welcome to my kitchen, where today we are going to make taco rings for dinner. So taco rings it's super simple. I'm going to double the recipe for my big family, but for one, you would just need about a 1 to 2 pound package of ground beef, ground turkey, or a vegetable product that you want to use instead of animal products. But we're going to brown it. We're going to add some taco seasoning to it. And then we're basically just going to make a ring of crescent rolls and bake it. So I'm going to first start my ground turkey. So I'm using 3 pounds. I'm doubling my recipe. So I'm using a 3-pound package. So I'm going to let this start to heat up and cook. And while that is getting hot, I'm going to bring you over here. Try not to make you too dizzy in the process. And show you what I do for the taco rings. So let me scooch you back so you can see what we're doing here. I have one of my very well-loved pizza pans that I put foil on. And for 1 taco ring, we'll take 2 cans of crescent rolls. So I just unroll it. And the most fun part is to whack it and unroll it like this. So crescent rolls, if you've never used them, they come in triangles. So we're going to gently tear it apart. They're already perforated. So you can see the lines there, perforation. See, they're in triangles going each direction. So what we're going to do is we're going to start like a clock, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 and 9. And I've also cleaned my countertops because this will hang off for just a little bit till we get it on there. Okay, so I've got it in 4 areas. Now I'm going to take the other 4 and put it in between them. And that is my oven getting hot. So I'm preheating it to 350 degrees so it's ready when we are ready. So this looks like a great big sun. Let me angle you down a little bit so you can see there. Okay, so remember I did say it's going to take 2 packages. So pardon me, let me put you up so I can talk with you. So it's going to take 2 packages. So we're going to open the second package for the same taco ring and fill in the gaps. So once again, we unroll it. Sometimes we gotta whack it a few times apparently. Apparently I don't have enough frustration to get out. Things are going pretty smooth. So once again, you can see it's perforated in the middle. Tear it in 2. And then find, there's a seam right there. Okay, unroll it. It's perforated there. There you get the triangles. Let me angle you down so you can see. So this will go in the spaces in between. Let me get the rest of it. So that's what it looks like, a ginormous sun. And I'm going to pause my video while I get my ground turkey just browned. And I'm going to make the other taco ring. So we are going to come and see you when we're ready to assemble. Okay, so we are back, and what I have done is brown the ground turkey. And to this, I added some of the just envelopes of taco seasoning. And I also put in some salsa just to flavor it the way you want it. But just make it, just full of good spices. And you want it to have a little bit of juice to it, so not too dry. So I am going to take my fingers, clean hands always, and pressing around where the crescent rolls meet. And then I'm just going to take spoonfuls of my meat mixture and I'm going to put it around the taco ring. I'm not going all the way to the edge because these will get folded over soon. Just gonna spoon them around. And it's okay if some of it comes off the dough into the center. Some of that's gonna happen, and that's fine. And keep spreading our meat. The ground turkey that smells amazing because of all the taco seasonings. Okay, now I've got a big ring of the meat mixture. To that, I'm going to add a Mexican blend of cheese. I'm going to be fairly generous with this because it's finely shredded. So this was in this bowl a total of 4 cups of cheese, so you would only need 2 cups of cheese, one of each type if you were going to just make one taco ring. Okay, now it has a lovely mound to it all the way around. So then I'm just going to take the dough and I'm going to fold it over and tuck in a little bit. I'm just going to work my way around the circle. And see, not all the meat got in there. That's okay. Some of these will be longer than others. If you have long ends, just tuck them down in under the ring. What that is, put it out there. Okay, and there we have it, just like that. It is ready to go into a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes because keep in mind, the ground turkey or ground beef, whatever you're using, is already cooked. So really you're just putting in the oven until the crescent rolls brown. So about 30 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna put that in the preheated oven. And I set my timer and I'm going to go ahead and start this one and let that one be cooking. So once again, first press the dough, press it down, press it down. Okay, and once again, spoon the meat mixture all the way around. Now, if you were using ground beef, you'd probably want to drain your meat before you add your seasonings because it'd make it too greasy and not good to work with and not tasty. Ground turkey doesn't create as much grease. It has a lower fat content, so when you cook it, it doesn't have all that fat or juice coming out. So I very often just leave what little bit is there for flavor instead of adding water back to it. Okay, so you can see here I've got it running because it got quite juicy. So I'm just going to get a paper towel, kind of dry that up. could leave it. It wouldn't hurt anything. Just visually, doesn't look so great. I got some of that up. Okay, now that I have the ring of seasoned meat, then I'm going to add the cheese. Once again, being generous with the cheese. This is especially fun to make during the holidays, and when you're finished, to put the lettuce and tomatoes on top and make it look like a holly wreath, which is a lot of fun. Looks really cool. Make it in the summertime, and you can pretend it's the sun and put extra cheese on the top and make it yellow like the sun. So many fun things to do with this. Just work our way around the circle once again. So notice I have a long tail of this one. Just gets tucked in under. Nothing wrong with that. Just keep working our way around. Okay, if you're baking both of these at the same time, one rack is going to be closer, probably, to your heat. A convection oven will circulate that heat, but my oven is not a convection oven, so the heat source is at the bottom. So whatever I put on the bottom will brown sooner than the one on the top. So sometimes I go in and I rotate. You just have to kind of watch them if you're baking two at a time. You notice I've already put my first one in the oven before this one, so obviously it will get finished sooner, and I will keep a close eye on it. But we're going to bake both of them for 30 minutes in a 350-degree oven, and then I'll show you what we do when we take it out. Okay, our taco ring is finished, and there it is. You can tell that the edges are nice and golden. Everything is cooked, and we could decorate it if we wanted to with lettuce, tomato, cheese, sour cream, whatever you wanted to do. I personally would like to just slice it and let everybody take what they want and put what they want on their plate. I hope you tried this. It's very tasty. Talk to you again soon.